Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your love and life reading focused on the first half of November from the 1st through the 15th. Can you guys believe we're already in November? General, as always, please keep that in mind throughout this reading. Take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading here, Taurus. Taking a look at the current situation, what's going on in your partnerships, your connection, and how it's affecting your life right now. I really wanted to take a look at what's going on as far as any sort of negative or challenging vibes in the connection. So I'm going to pull from this deck by Fire Witch Tarot. It's called What Went Wrong. Okay? Let's take a look at that. What did go wrong in the partnership? Or what are some of the challenges that you are currently facing? Let's see. Regret. They regret ever doing you wrong. Okay? So this person dealing with a lot of regrets over actions that they have taken or not taken. You know, you guys could have also had very painful discussions. They've got regrets here over how things are unfolding in the connection, or for those of you at a distance from one another, I feel they've had a lot of time to think things through, and they're definitely in this energy of regret. We also have not knowing how to converse with you, and it says /them. Maybe right now you guys are just not knowing how to get the conversation started, to be able to focus on why is this person regretting things in this partnership. Let's see, let's grab another here. So we'll grab a few cards, a few scenarios. Kicked out or being left, okay? So did you kick someone out because they were doing something shady, or if they disappointed you, broke your heart? Some of you guys could have lived together and maybe you kicked this person out, or you left them out in the cold. Now take this if it applies. This one says saw you /them in a recent photo with someone else. So take it for how it applies. If you saw them with someone else, either through a photo or you saw it with your own eyes, they clearly have regrets about that, and maybe they, because of how awkward that moment might have been, they just don't even know how to get the conversation started to be able to talk about that. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'm going to start with my Illuminated Star Tarot deck. This is volume 1. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Taurus for this love and life reading for the first half of November. So we're getting the challenging stuff out of the way first. You know, what went wrong in the partnership? What are some of the challenges here? So some of you guys might have shared a home together and either this person left of their own accord or you kicked them out. There could have been infidelities here. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the masculine here, perhaps, they're still committed to you, Divine Feminine, but it's right next to regret here, which could explain why this Knight of Pentacles is here, because this is somebody who moves very slowly. They're moving slowly because they don't want to either scare you away, they don't want to piss you off, they don't want to do anything too hastily that might backfire on them. They're willing to put in the work because the Knight of Pentacles is a hard worker, but they're moving ever so slowly to be able to see where you're at, perhaps. Okay? We've got the Three of Cups here, and sometimes this card can be indicative of a third-party situation. Okay, that could explain why some of you guys are not talking and why they might even be avoiding you at this point because they just don't know what to say. They know they messed up, they screwed up. However, Three of Cups could also be a very positive card. It can indicate a positive outcome. It can indicate a new beginning for two people who had something challenging happen in a partnership where you guys ultimately went your separate ways. This can also represent a new love, Taurus. So if you've detached from somebody because they cheated on you or they hurt you or disappointed you, hurt you in however way that happened, This could just be you taking your time to be able to move forward, taking time for yourself, and hopefully healing your heart to prepare you for a new love, someone who has the capability to really make you happy, to offer you the love that maybe this person could not. Look at this. We've got the Queen of Pentacles right here. So Queen of Pentacles, my divine feminines, Taurus, this is you. You're standing your ground. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. Certainly financially, you're good to go. This is a time for you to be very nurturing towards yourself, but also for those of you who might already have families, children, because the Queen of Pentacles can also represent this very motherly, down-to-earth type energy. You're very nurturing towards your family. And it's interesting how it's right next to kicked out or being left. So I feel for the divine feminines coming in as this very powerful Queen of Pentacles, you didn't put up with your masculines' nonsense and you kick them out because you have a family to protect here. So take that if it applies, of course. Whether it's masculine or feminine, there's somebody here feeling very lonely. Lots of regrets. Not surprised to see that. Feeling very alone. Going through that grieving process. That could be your masculine here, divine feminines. But, that could be both of you, ultimately. 5 of Cups could also be old wounds. Whatever these wounds are, that needs to be healed. Well, look at this. We have the Sun. Okay, so of course the Sun represents a very positive energy. It represents a very happy time in your life. This could either represent future vibes or the fact that you guys were so incredibly happy at one point in time. But since it's presenting itself here, who's to say that you guys can't have that again? That is if you can both put in the necessary effort to heal what was broken in the partnership. So if things are stagnant right now, if things just aren't moving, clearly we've got a Knight of Pentacles that's probably moving at a snail's pace. They're not going to be moving at that snail's pace forever because we've got the Chariot right here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Cancer specifically. So here's the movement that is needed in order for this partnership to get here. That 10 of Cups. Love, marriage, family. You can still find the happiness that you're looking for and hoping for. Now, for some of you, yes, you can find happiness here, Taurus. But I'm getting it's kind of split in the middle. There are those of you who would want to be able to work through the challenges of a partnership where there might have been infidelities, where you might have gotten hurt and disappointed in that connection. If you still have so much love for that person, maybe you're willing to give them another chance to make things work so that you guys can have this beautiful energy of the Sun and the 10 of Cups. And the Chariot too can indicate overcoming challenges and a very triumphant energy and vibe from that. So that's one scenario. But for some of you guys, maybe you're just ready to open up a new door here and really experience life on a whole new dimension with someone else. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It really just depends on what's in your heart and what it is that you're wanting to manifest here for yourself. So clearly, your heart was broken. 3 of Swords, sorrow, heartbreak, love triangle. Very painful. So either you were the victim of that or you created that. I feel more so that you were the victim of that, but take it for how it played out in your life. So it came to an end for a much needed reason because you guys were on this path towards destruction, I feel. Could be dealing with a Scorpio specifically here. So it came to an end. It had to. There were parts of this relationship that were just too toxic, I feel. So if you've detached from somebody that was unhealthy for you, Taurus, good for you, because this is you preparing yourself for this transition of change for the better, you know? And then you've got the Lovers card right here. Could be a Gemini that you end up connecting with in the future, or this could be, of course, the person that you're focused on now. It always comes with choices and decisions that need to be made in love and romance. It can indicate the attraction between two people, the sexual chemistry, the love. It's all there, you know, the ideal person that you want to be with, perhaps. But it's time to create change by making better choices, perhaps, when it comes to love and romance. That is what's coming through here. And it really is time to lay down those burdens that you might have been carrying when it came to how things unfolded, whatever created this heartbreak for you. And maybe you've just been carrying it for a very long time. Tens represent completion in tarot. So it's time to allow that phase, that chapter of your life, to be a thing of the past. It's a done deal. So now you're just being directed to heal from it and to move on. So there's a couple ways that you can move on. Either, again, you're just more so focused on a new adventure, either to be single for a good minute and just enjoying your independence, or just preparing yourself for the right kind of love. And there are those of you who perhaps needed to go in separation in order for your person to appreciate you a little bit more, to miss you, to think about you, to want to make amends, to just be alone in their thoughts, to realize their regrets, and just, you know, these old wounds, whatever that might represent. So they need to figure out their own drama. That's not your job to be able to fix that. You know, so this Death card here, the ending, that might be a blessing in disguise for you and that person, because maybe you're either, again, meant to find someone who's way better suited for you, to enjoy your own company for a good minute. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being single and content within yourself. And if they really want to be a part of your life, this person from your past, whoever it is that you're in separation from, they're going to have to come towards you as really the best version of themselves with the best of intentions. If they come forward with anything less than that, you need to close the door, okay, and allow that cycle to complete. Okay, so let's move on to the next section here. So we clearly see some challenges there, right? So let's focus on, can it be fixed, or is there a blockage here? So I'm going to pull from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. This is by Aqua Moonlight. I'm going to restart my camera, guys, because I see that it's frozen on me. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, we're squared away here. So let's continue taking a look at, you know, whatever blockages that might present itself here and the issues that we've already seen. Can it be fixed? Is there a fixable situation here to bring you guys back into union? So I'm going to pull from my, it's not mine. I'm going to pull from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle. This is by Aqua Moonlight. All right, let's see. I'm so used to saying my deck. This is my deck. Well, technically, I guess it is, but no, not created by me. This is a beautiful deck by Aqua Moonlight. All right, so let's go ahead and see here. Can it be fixed? Taurus. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Okay? So that perhaps is giving you a little bit of hope if you do want to reconcile with somebody, that someday maybe you guys can start fresh, start over, you know? But right now there is this lingering resentment for some of you. It does say stinging words, bitterness, and anger. This could actually be you if you still have resentment for this person. I mean, we've seen some challenges that have already presented itself here, but you don't really want to be a vessel for that anger. You need to be able to process it somehow and heal from it, Taurus, you know, and that perhaps is what that 10 of Wands is about. You've been carrying that heaviness either for a very long time, or it's just getting heavier and heavier, you know, that bitterness and resentment. So try to not be in that type of energy for long. You know, you need to be able to heal from it and address it, of course, and process it. There's somebody here who's clearly still very fixated on you. Okay, it does say only you, fixated, attached, hypnotized still by the thought of you. What you require from them is this: loyalty, dedication, trust, reliability. Let's see if they can actually show up. All right, show up for you. So I'm going to pull from my volume 2, the Illuminated Star Tarot. All right, so can this be fixed? Possibly someday, yes, it can. But we do have some blockages presenting itself here, starting with that resentment. All right, angels and spirit guides for Taurus, please. What else do we need to know here? It really will take teamwork for you guys to move forward here. You know, and someday, maybe that's possible. But this is where the resentment continues, right? It makes sense, guys, because that already came through from volume 1. Okay, and it's still coming through here with the volume 2 deck. That's why you're angry, because of this. And that's totally understandable. Nobody could ever blame you for still being angry at this person because they put you through so much. Look at this. The Judgment card, okay? So really, your person, they've had some time to really reflect on their actions, the past, what unfolded between the two of you. It wasn't easy. This is what I like to call an alarm clock of the tarot, because it's waking them up to see the error of their ways. That's why they can't stop thinking about you, because they know they screwed up. Okay, this is interesting. We've got the Four of Wands, because this can sometimes be an indication of a twin flame connection. You know, and just because someone's your twin doesn't mean they don't have the capability of hurting you. They do. So they want a reunion with you. But in order to create this element of loyalty and dedication towards the partnership and to restore the trust, they're going to have to start working to rebuild the foundation that they knocked down to begin with. You know, because in order to have this reconciliation with you, Taurus, I feel that you're expecting so much from this person, as you should, you know, as you absolutely should. They want to communicate with you. This is a very restless, curious vibe from the Page of Swords. They want to communicate with you. They're feeling restless, perhaps, because they don't know. They don't know if they should, if you're going to be pissed off, if you're going to reject them, if you're going to block them, if you're going to tell them to go hit the road, you know, whatever it is. They're really curious, like, what really would you say to them if they did try to reach out and make amends here? And I feel for some of the masculines, because sometimes the King of Wands is somebody who's not looking for commitment, and they're not looking for love. They're not ready to commit. They want to be able to still explore their options in love and romance, which is their prerogative to do so, you know, but you have your own prerogative as well. But I really feel now that through their regrets, through time apart, we have a masculine here who wants to be this leader that the King of Wands is, to take the lead in this situation for you guys to overcome the struggles and the challenges of the partnership. You know, so here we are with the Star card. You could also be dealing with an Aquarian. Not an Aquarian. Yeah, Aquarius. Oh my God, too many readings today, guys. So yeah, some of you could be dealing with an Aquarian here. They're still holding on to the hope, perhaps, that this is a fixable situation, because this can be wish fulfillment. It can still be a wish that comes true, but you're going to want that as well, Taurus. You know, they can't manifest it all on their own. You have to want it just as much as they do. And so they're just trying to have faith, perhaps, that it's not done, that it's not over, despite how painfully this might have all played out for some of you who were dealing with infidelities and trust issues in your partnership. The Star card is also about self-care, being able to dedicate some of that time towards your own healing. And your person needs that too, because I feel that if they ended up hurting you, they ended up hurting themselves anyway. And here you are, Divine Feminine. You're coming in as the Empress. Okay, so motherhood. Some of you guys could have already had children together. Okay, and so families were also impacted by how this whole situation unfolded. But you're such an empowered person. You have the capability to manifest anything and everything that you want to. You don't actually need your masculine to do those things for you. You can do that for yourself. Because you're a very abundant person in and of yourself as the Empress. That's what's presenting itself here. So, that is where I'm going to wrap up this first half of this reading, Taurus. If you'd like to follow me over for part 2 to my Patreon page, I'd love to see you over there. We're going to be taking a look at future energies of this connection, as well as, is there a possibility for a reunion? We're going to be taking a look at the hidden truths of the connection, what else we need to find out about that, and then we'll go ahead and grab some dialogue messages to get the conversation rolling between the masculine and the feminine, and finally some final advice from your spirit guides, your angels. All right, so if you'd like more info on the second half of this reading, again, follow me over there. I'll have the link and all of that info down below. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so very much, as always, for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.